Honestly, how can you lack anything when you are everything? Infinite potential resides in every single human. In order to reach that state, we must embrace the things, and hear me out here, that we are not. And the reason we stay stuck in places that don't serve us is because we think we are like this. And in truth, I can't quantify how much potential resides inside of an individual. Self-destructing entity, what has happened is we've grown up through education and we've developed this state of conscience. We've developed a persona and we have an intellect. And what happens is we have self-imposed limitations and we struggle. We have programmed ourselves to believe that we are smaller than what we actually are. If you can't see yourself as anything more than your current self right now, the version who has survived every heartbreak, every struggle, you'll always just stay there. Our persona and the identity of which we call ourselves or we label ourselves, I am human and I work a 9 to 5. What's happening is you're only able to see yourself as the limitations of what you have put on yourself. If I label myself my name, that's a limitation. Saying Toby is a human is a limitation. Now let's reframe that to I am an entity, which is still a label, but it surpasses my persona, and I'm in a physical body, which is a rented meat suit, to experience what I'm perceiving as life. Do you see how much more power that holds than hi, my name is Toby and I work a 9 to 5, and do you know what's going on? You know how you're talking to yourself and how these limitations are actually detrimental to your evolution. Well, now we've addressed that it's not our fault, but we do got the choice to see things differently. And the only way to be able to see things differently is to be able to think differently. And if we can feel the thoughts within ourselves that we are more than just a physical body, we are more than just the limitations or whatever we've been through in life, then we can start to embrace the potential of what and which we truly are inside. Everything resides inside of you, and one day, if you pay attention, you will realize that fulfillment, love, respect, gratitude, appreciation, happiness, sadness, all resides inside of you. You are expressing mentally, emotionally, and physically through movement, your state or your persona of that or which you have created. Now, what is required? And I talk about two paths in a lot of my videos. The one of just continuously being the embodiment of the person you don't want to be, or moving towards the embodiment of a version that you can see. But the version that you can see doesn't actually exist as much as the past version doesn't exist. It's just that you prefer to bring the past into the present moment right now, and the future version that we can see, we try to hold on to a persona, what we can't actually obtain because we're too busy chasing something. What we need to do is the version that we can actually see. We have to embody that state right now, that this version is actually an illusion. It's just a visual idea of who we want to be right now. But here's the catch. In order to be this version, we cannot allow the persona or the version of ourselves that went before to continuously sabotage or remind us of the identity that no longer exists. And as much as you having these limitations and not being able to push through to materialize this version in the present moment now can simply be reflected by the people you hang around with. Are they pushing you like I am right now to see a vision and embody that state right now? Or are they continuously reminding you of something that happened yesterday? Of a version of yourself that doesn't exist anymore? The only way you're going to be able to destroy this is to change the persona yourself. If you or people reflecting you into this present moment to be an old version of yourself, then you're going to have to make room for this new version. This new version will not materialize until you detach from the self and any reflection that is continuously bringing you back into a place that doesn't actually exist. In order to be fulfilled, we need to move forward into a place where we can actually allow room and space for wholeness to actually reside. Wholeness already resides. You are already perfect. But when you come through into this world, you become broken. You're like a beautiful puzzle. It's got 1,000 pieces, or as many fucking pieces as you want. And what happens is, as we go through the system, these pieces are removed, they're jumbled, and they're mixed. And what happens is we need to separate all the pieces in order to start creating that wholeness once again. You will realize wholeness resides inside of you the moment you remember that you're already complete and you're already whole. But a lot of us are stuck in this mental construct that you need frameworks and you need an actual system to remember that what happened before don't even actually exist. It's just you're bringing it forth. And the version of yourself you want to be is obtainable, but you're too busy trying to be something that all is required is for you to be that version. Stop trying without frameworks and without you actually understanding that you're living versions that don't bring that wholeness or fulfillment. You'll continuously live in a place that don't serve you. Do you understand what I'm getting at here? So what we need to do is detach from anything that doesn't serve us, people, parts of ourselves, even if we're afraid to touch them parts of ourselves. Because if you really want to evolve, then it's going to require sacrifice. And a new embodiment requires new information, it requires new belief system, and it requires you to let go of the old. So in order to move forward, we need to be right now. When I started this video, there's been so many moments that led up to this moment right now. And me recording this video has allowed me to become as the presenter of this information right now. I visualized what I wanted to say to you, and I embody that state right now. And now I'm living present in flow state, not allowing the limitations, because what's happened is I've integrated and I've detached from this pull in order for me to materialize the presenter in this present moment right now. If you're ready to follow through, links in the description.